Hi, welcome back for the next video. I've just come out this afternoon just to do a little bit more of my hole-in-one training. I've been doing 10 5 times a day, so 50 a day, and I have to admit I don't normally do quite as many as that, but I seem to have more time on my hands at the moment, so that's fine. So, and I'm already finding, I feel like my swing is getting stronger, nice and smooth, acceleration, hold that finish. So I wanted to change track because I was going to do this video about swing trainers because there are a few people asking that, but I actually decided to address a different topic, and this comes from somebody in a place called Yarram, South Gippsland, Victoria, Australia, called Trevor Colvin. So hi Trevor. So Trevor says, hello Brian, I hope your self-imposed isolation becomes a welcome retreat rather than a bind. Well, as you can see, I'm fine, thank you. I'm 76 and came across your technique 4 years ago, and its simplicity is staggering. It works beautifully. But my problem, which I imagine will be an issue for many, is how to maintain it under pressure. So the specific question is there a method, technique to return to a relaxed and slower swing when muscle tension brought on by competition anxiety has sped it up? Well, the first thing, as you would have read in my book, I think it's one of the worst things you can do when you've tightened up, you're not hitting the ball so well, and you start asking the question why. The why analysis. What am I doing wrong? I think that what Trevor's saying here, he's quite rightly identified that it's just a little bit of anxiety from competition. So certainly don't go down the why syndrome. And I can tell you that when I played golf for the first year, as you'll have read in my book, it was wonderful. I didn't know anything, so I just played. And I can't remember getting uptight. I was just so happy, thrilled even, to be on a golf course that I never ever stopped to think about bad shots. I got lovely feeling on good shots, and I got bad feeling, or very different feelings, on bad shots. So all I was doing was, okay, that nice feeling I get when I hit the ball well, I just want to do that. So if I was having a few bad shots, I'd just be quite determined to, come on, what was that? Oh yeah, that's it. And as soon as I got the nice feeling back and those sweetly struck shots, I was back in seventh heaven. So just keep focusing on what do I want to do as opposed to analysing what I'm doing wrong. Then we've got one or two other things. Probably the first and the most important is, and I've seen this happen on a golf course so often, that people aren't playing quite so well. And they seem to forget one very simple thing. Yes, our beloved La Danse du Golf. Just stop for a minute and just do that. And all of a sudden, instead of being in your mind, you're actually going to be in your body. You're going to be feeling things in your body, and you're resourcing yourself in all of those basics, all those good things. So definitely that's the number one advice. Now number two advice would be a fairly similar sort of thing. Take any club, I've got my hole-in-one here, and you hold it between thumb and forefinger, and you get it swinging like a pendulum. Now a pendulum has a certain rhythm to it, because what it does, it accelerates, slows down, stops, accelerates, slow down, stops. So it's not a one speed thing, it's actually, there's a rhythm, and I think that's the golfing rhythm. So just by doing this, and then what I would do is I'll just start moving with it. Nobody really knows what I'm doing, because I'll be standing maybe by the tee as the others are playing, and I'm just feeling my rhythm. And you'd be amazed how quickly that can bring your rhythm back. Because as Trevor says, our tendency is to speed up. We get a bit tight, get anxious, and backswing gets a bit shorter, and all gets a bit quicker. So this can help you. This combines La Danse du Golf, and you have every reason to get your rhythm back again. Now, there are a couple of other things. One of the most important things in terms of relaxation, and any relaxation exercises or meditation that you might do, they usually start with breathing. a deep breath. If you can, starting from here and expanding. So deep breathing. And if you remember Sergio Garcia, when he won the Masters, before every shot, and it was very, very noticeable, you could actually see his chest. And he just, before every shot, took that deep breath, and he kept himself going. So that wasn't planned. I just popped those in here. Unscripted event. So he kept himself calm in the most extreme pressure. Can you imagine? Never won, a great player, never won a major. Now this is one of his chances, and the best he's ever had probably. And he saw it through. So breathing really helps us. It gets oxygen into our brains and into our muscles and helps everything to calm down. Now there's another one here, and this may be something you're going to find a little bit strange, but it worked wonders for me. In my book, I talked about Michel, a guy in France who helped me when I played the French circuit when I was nearing 40. And he, very early on in our sessions, said to me, Brian, you have vagabond thoughts. In other words, too much going on in my mind. He'd been out and watched me play 9 holes. He wasn't a golfer, didn't know the first thing about golf, but he would have seen me going through all these things, being very technical, which I would have been at that time, and he would have thought, hold on, he's supposed to be a pro, and he looks like he doesn't know how to play. So he did a lot of work with me in achieving a calm mind with far less thought process. And one of the things he said to me on the golf course in a tournament, and you feel like your game's just gone off a little bit, he said, as you're walking along, let's see if I can find something here. Unfortunately there are no leaves here, so what he would do, I happen to have a bay tree here, and he said pick up a leaf or a twig or something, and as you're walking down the fairway, start off by feeling it, because feeling it will get you into your senses and out of your mind. He said then smell it. Bay leaf's very nice, and I might use that for cooking tonight. And so as you're walking on the fairway, you do that for 2-3 minutes, and then you just discard it. I'll actually keep that for the cooking. And he said, so you've got out of your mind into your bodily senses of smell, of feel, and it worked a wonder for me. So that's another little tip. It might seem a bit strange, but it works. I'm just going to tell you one other little story, because I think it's indicative of what can happen to us. I played in a thing called the Hampshire PGA Stroke Play Championship, which was a 36-hole one-day event. And I'm going back until the 1980s now. And we were playing in threes, and I and my 2 playing partners got off to a very bad start. In fact, I think after 6 holes, the best of the 3 of us was 4 over par, and I have a feeling that I was at least 5 over par. And there wasn't much chat going on. It was all very serious, and everything that you've been looking forward to, or everything you've been fearing, is happening. So we were walking down the 7th hole. We'd hit our drives, maybe all over the place, and walking off the tee, and one of the players came up beside me and he said, oh Brian, he said, I hear that apparently you give a lot of golf lessons at Stoneham. That was the golf club I was at the time, and it's a golf club where the pro hadn't given many lessons in the past. So we got talking about coaching, and it was a bit like my self-image and my state changed. And instead of walking down the fairway thinking, oh, the bloody awful player, and suddenly, or over that conversation, because I have quite a lot of confidence as a coach, and it brought me into a different place, and I played beautifully for the rest of the day. I didn't win the tournament, but I finished maybe about 2 or 3 over par. And I always look back on that and think, there's a little psychological switch happened there. So anything that you can find that stops you going down that negative attitude, negative self-image route, and can hold you back in that a more positive state. So I hope that's been useful. I'm just going to finish off with a couple more of these. So you've got to feel good about yourself. And one of the great things about these tools is they make you feel good. No ball, no result, just a lovely feeling. So I hope that helps, and look forward to any feedback that you might want to share with us. Many thanks, and see you next time.